From self-help guides to understanding the simple arts of meditation, we're going to be teaching you key skills that will outpour into every area of your life, including your relationships. Right here on Steph B TV.
Of Steph B TV, where we consistently work to empower your inner goddess. Now, ladies, if you haven't already watched my previous video from last week, I suggest that you do that. Prior to watching this video, we are focusing on 10 ways to be more attractive. Now, last week we looked at 5 particular ways and we ended on confidence, which we're going to continue on with this week. So we did the outer beauty. We are now moving on to how to empower that inner beauty locked away inside of you. The book that does this, it's not all me. I cannot take the credit. Love in 90 Days. Now, guys, I've left the link below because I want you guys to go and buy this book. Like, less than $90. I would honestly say it's amazing for teenagers, amazing for young adults. God, it's amazing for married people, single people, whoever you are. This book is incredible because it not only allows you to find like love in yourself in 90 days, but obviously attract, like the law of attraction, to find the right person or to know if you're with the right spouse in 90 days. It's amazing. It's less than $20. Please do yourself a favor, go and get it. The link is below. Now, all the notes that I've actually taken, I've had to write notes today, ladies, because we're about to get into some detail. I'm going to be as brief as possible, but the aim of today is to help you understand that you are authentically amazing in your diamond self. Now, what Diana calls your diamond self is the you prior to the hurt, the pain, before anything negative ever happening in your life. That is who you authentically are, and that's who we are aiming to bring back. So the first thing in being more attractive, ladies, and discovering confidence is to rediscover your authentic nature. That's the person that is embedded in you, that you were made to be. So the lady who you was prior to that man leaving you, prior to you finding out that you were cheated on, prior to anything that could have mentally or emotionally damaged you, that's who you are authentically. So the person who you see happy, who you see as fearless, who is the life of the party, that's who you really are. Now, if you feel like, okay, well, I've lost that girl, Steph, like, I don't know how to find that girl, that's okay. Diana gives us, there ain't no shame in my game. I'm reading this, okay? I'm trying to give you some notes. I had to make some brief notes so that I will stick to the point and not go off on a tangent. But one of the key ways that she says to do that, ladies, is to basically look at old pictures of yourself. That causes a lot of us women to have like a knee-jerk reaction. So when we see like, oh my God, look at me at 15. Like, geez, me at 15 is not me at 25. Like, I'm not as carefree as I was back then. Yes, I have bills now, but on top of that, you know, forget the bills. Like, okay, yeah, pay your bills. Like, please pay your bills. But please make sure in paying your bills that you're not getting bogged down by the world. And again, when you look at these pictures, what it's authentically doing in building back your authentic nature is it's helping the real you, the beautiful you, come out in its real self. So when you look at those pictures, it's almost saying to yourself, what happened? You're asking those tough questions that you may not ask yourself prior to looking at these pictures. The pictures allow you to remember that, wow, there was a time in my life where I was a lot more free-spirited. So go back, ladies, look at those pictures of who you once was, if that's not who you are now. Because a lot of the time, the authentic you is back there. She's not here with you right now because of life. Life just causes a lot of stress. So now, after doing that, it's important. Diana had me on this one because this is hard for me. Practice consistent gratitude. Now, I am the glass is half empty type of gal, but it's important in everything that you do. See the beauty in it. Even in the crappy situations. You may have just lost your job. You may not even be in a job you want to be in. You may want to be something completely different than what you are now. Practice gratitude. Find the blessing in what you see as a curse. So if you're in a job that you don't enjoy, you hate it, you can't stand it, you hate your boss, this is not your passion. Well, it's paying the bills right now. Give God thanks that there is a way to pay the bills. You are saving money ultimately from that job to go off one day and do what it is you know you're built to do. Take all those key skills that you are learning to go off and be the amazing woman that you are. It's practicing consistent gratitude in places where it's really hard to find it. So that's key step number 2 that Diana says is a godsend. You have to do that. Number 3. Once you're practicing consistent gratitudes, ladies, the hardest place to practice gratitude sometimes is in yourself. It's looking at who you are now and saying, do you know what? I hate my hair today. Like, as you can see, I got my hair in a ponytail. I flew on a random floral play suit to do this shoot, okay, to do this video. And at first I was kind of like, how am I going to talk about being attractive when I don't even feel it today? Well, it's me also harnessing positive affirmation. I'm telling myself, okay, Steph, it's okay. Girl, you have bad days. But sure enough, you have some good days too, okay? So I'm consistently telling myself, okay, today I'm going to set a goal. I want to find one beautiful thing about myself. Tomorrow, I want to find 2 beautiful things about myself. The next day, I want to find 3 beautiful things about myself. And I'm doing this for the next 30 days because it will eventually become a habit. I will no longer have to pre-program my mind to be forced into this, but it will become natural. To in my natural state of thinking is in a form of positive affirmation. And ultimately, ladies, what that's doing is putting you in a state of meditation. It's making an observation, but not a judgment. When you make an observation of yourself, you're saying, okay, there's things about me that I can improve, and that's my observation. But I'm not criticizing myself in judging myself, because ultimately that's breaking yourself down. You want to see the bad things, but also know that there's amazing things about you, and the bad things can be changed and improved. Woo! Sorry, I thought I just saw a bug. Now, moving on. Face your fears. Ladies, man, Diana was talking to me, okay? I have a fear of public speaking. You're probably like, what? You've probably heard me speak at events. You have my YouTube channel. You know what I do for a living. I report, okay? So public speaking makes no sense to be my fear. But what I did was gradually put myself in the position to have to face my fear. And those gradual steps was me basically participating in facing my fear. So ladies, if your fear is telling your crush how you feel, going back and gaining closure, that's just a really big fear for you. Like, you know you need to do it, but you just don't have it in you to do it. Take baby steps. Some of us need to take toddler steps because our baby steps are too small. But take those correct steps into making sure that you are gaining closer and closer to facing your fears, because ultimately your fearless self is your diamond self. That is you at your best. So take those steps starting from today to be the best you can be, and that is ultimately being the fearless you. So that's something else that Diana talks about. Likewise, she says that in being your fearless self, it trains you to no longer suffer from anxiety. It helps you to learn the art of self-affirmation, because ultimately that's what helps you. So when you're facing your fears, you're affirming yourself as well at the same time. But in all of this, in everything that she says, the ultimate goal, the main thing that you are doing is you are loving yourself. You are loving you. You are loving the unlovable you, the you that people don't even see. You are loving all of you, the you that makes you you. That's a lot of yous, but that's how important you are. Like, you are training yourself to say, I'm not Kim Kardashian, but heck, Kim Kardashian ain't me. So that's okay. I'm going to be the best woman I can be and put my best foot forward in everything I do, because I love myself. When you put all these key things together, when you become your authentic self, when you step out and say, I'm going to face my fears, when you have a mind of gratitude, when you have a consistent mental take on being positive about yourself, ladies, you are ultimately saying, I choose me. And that's the key step into having confidence, consistently choosing you. And that's it. So go off, change the world, change your world first, and let me know how these key skills go. Make sure you subscribe. Check out my podcast. We have some amazing women on there who are talking everything sexy and sex and how to keep it spicy in the bedroom and all that kind of marriage talk. So I need you to make sure you subscribe to that as well. And until next time, I love you guys. Join me here next week. We have some juicy talks coming up that I can't wait to share with you. I'm already grabbing onto my clutches because I know how people are going to be feeling. But it's okay. Please subscribe to my podcast and join the family. Until then, I'll see you guys next week.